And good afternoon to you. Welcome to high school basketball action once again from the 100th Winchester Invitational Tournament and session number 2 of day number 1 on the third Tuesday after the first Monday in January. And it's the first of 4 contests in the afternoon evening session as the number 2 seed PORTA-A Blue Jays take on the Carlinville Cavaliers. Good afternoon to you. I'm Charlie Hull, Brian Shoemaker, and John Hull with you on the call for this contest. And this is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. PORTA-A 11-3 on the season. They got 2 losses at the Williamsville tournament over the Christmas break. When this was seeded, they only had 1 loss on the year, and they drew the 2 seed. They're taking on Dave Suitz's Carlinville Cavaliers team, who's 3-10 on the year, but looking to play spoiler here this afternoon. No upsets so far in the Winchester Invitational Tournament. We'll recap what's happened so far in the tournament, preview what's coming up, and talk more about the matchup as PORTA-A and Carlinville go head-to-head. It's all coming up on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show.
Wish you had extra cash for a vacation, a boat, a new car, projects around the house? Free up more cash for the things you want by taking advantage of low interest rates. Refinance your home with Great Rivers Bank and keep more of your money by lowering your monthly payment. Start the process online at greatriversbank.bank and work with one of our experienced loan officers to get the lowest rate possible. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Seed selection is one of the important decisions required to achieve yield goals. Logan Agri-Service represents top seed lines in the industry like Lewis Hybrids, Stein Seed, and AgriGold, and focuses on products developed to meet or exceed our customers' expectations. Sit down with one of our experienced local seed experts who will work with you to help select top-producing corn hybrids and soybean varieties tailored for your specific soils and fertility levels. Or visit us online at loganag.com. Logan Agri-Service, serving agriculture since 1962.
When choosing internet and Wi-Fi service to meet your family's education needs, it pays to do your homework. You'll learn that Cascom, with fast, reliable speeds up to 1 gig, powered by whole home adaptive Wi-Fi, is the right choice. School has changed, and so should your internet. Contact Cascom and upgrade to the internet speed and whole home Wi-Fi your family needs.
Here at Little Jess, we value hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership. We have a respect for heritage and tradition and believe in the pursuit of building legacies, breaking records, and putting forth award-winning results. That's why supporting schools and local teams is one of our favorite and most exciting parts of our business. For over 7 decades, we strive daily to use those same values as a foundation to meet our community's automotive needs and support our future generations. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
From our trucks to their lunch trays, to your local hospital, to your favorite pub, and to your kitchen table. For more than 60 years, Dot Foods and Dot Transportation have been stocking the shelves of your hometown. Sure, we've grown a lot, but at our core, we're still small-town, family-run businesses that care about our communities and the people who keep us running. Join the Dot family today and be part of something bigger.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show with locations in Pittsfield, Berry, and Liberty. Great Rivers Bank is here to serve you with all of your banking needs, and also on the Missouri side now in Hannibal. Learn more at greatriversbank.bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Well, no upsets so far in this Winchester Invitational Tournament, although Triopia tried their best in the opener as they played Jacksonville around to a tight contest, a game that actually came right down to the wire. 3-point contest, and Triopia got a look, just couldn't get it to go. The other games so far, well, they haven't been nearly as close as, we've seen a running clock with Payson Seymour beating Pleasant Hill, Brown County beating Carrollton, and Camp Point Central beating Western. Hoping for a little more competitive matchups here in the afternoon and evening session. We've got this game with PORTA-A Central taking on Carlinville. Greenfield Northwestern will play Liberty in a game scheduled at 5:30. 7 o'clock, West Central and Calhoun. And then the 8:30 nightcap is Greggsville, Perry, and North Green. So we're hoping for a little more competitive action, as we said. But you know what sometimes happens. Brian Shoemaker joining us on the call for the first time Today in the 100th Winchester Invitational Tournament, Brian, we talked about once teams kind of get to the correct side of the bracket of where they're at, during this season, we'll see some competitive basketball, but sometimes on these opening days when you've got teams 8 seeds apart, you figure out why teams are 8 seeds apart.
You really do, and what we've seen here over the past few years, Charlie, I think you're really starting to see some separation from programs that sometimes seem to have some things put together a little bit more than others. And that's not a knock on anybody. Everybody's working hard. Sometimes the talent just isn't there. And, on a year like this year, we hope to see a little bit more action here in the first round. But so far it's been pretty quiet outside of that 1 versus 9 game. But for a little bit of color around here, guys, we've got Jack Hall and Kenny Stouffer sitting right next to us having a contest to who can tell the tallest tale. So we'll see how that's going throughout the game as well. But, yeah, Charlie, we hope for some competitive stuff here in the evening session. And, we'll get one team that might surprise us here a little bit. And maybe that's going to be this Carlinville Cavalier team. We
thought about jumping on the bandwagon and having the alternative broadcast today with Coach Stouffer and Jack, but could not get Peyton Manning to give us a call back to get that contract signed. So we sent him a contract. He just wouldn't decide to send it back. This Porta program, we got to see them in the opening week at Pittsfield. They fell a couple of times at the Williamsville tournament, but what you find out usually with Porta, and it has been true since they've been in this tournament, is this is a team that's expecting to play late into the day on Saturday, as they've done very, very well over the years here at the Winchester tournament.
Yeah, this is a program that really has really started to stand out. They kind of went through some lean years there for just a little bit, Charlie, but they've really got some things figured out now. They have some nice players, some nice all-around play. You got to see them a little bit more than I have this season, but it's definitely a team that is going to hope to make some noise here this week.
Gavin Artheloni and Cole Roberts are a good 1-2 punch with the guard play from Artheloni and the big man play from Roberts, two very versatile players. And then one of the things you notice with this Porta squad is it's a team where kind of everybody understands what their role is. You don't just see a guy taking a random shot out of rhythm or forcing one up. And, Brian, that's the teams that have the most success is when people buy in and really buy into those specific roles.
It is, and the one thing that you can't teach sometimes, Charlie, that Porta seems to have, there's some size on this team. I'm not talking height. There's some beef and muscle, and when you get on this smaller court at Winchester, things get to tighten up just a little bit. Things just feel a little more surrounded by you, and then the next thing you know, you've got a couple of 6'3", 6'2", 6'4" guys that are well over 200 pounds. Things just get a little bit more, get a little bit tougher.
The football side of things for Carlinville has improved in the last couple of years, and they've really been competitive there. But on the basketball court, it has not translated. They're 3-10 on the season. Dave Suits is the head coach. You take a look on the sideline, and, Coach Suits is a pretty good-sized lad, but not any bigger than Matt Murphy. I remember Matt Murphy playing at Jerseyville, and he was a pretty darn good player there. And you just put those two guys side by side. And Brian, if they were have to get there and practice, the Carlinville guys might be a little worried. You're not going to get to the hoop against those two men.
No, probably not. Dave Suits, great guy. Glad to see him at the helm here at Carlinville. Charlie, they did have a stretch here in about mid-December. They won 3 out of 5 games. They got some wins over Arcola, Carrollton, and Pawnee. Struggled against South County and Gillespie in that stretch, but they've showed that, they can start to put some things together, at least in some stretch, in some capacity. So maybe this is the restart here as we begin the 2023 calendar year.
It is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. We'll step aside for a timeout. We'll take a look at the starting lineups for this contest as Porta-A Central and Carlinville go head-to-head on Central Illinois Sports.
Did you know that Prairie Land FS doesn't just sell seed? They treat it and box it right here at one of their local facilities, then deliver it to your farm or fields. Growers trust Prairie Land FS to deliver top-performing crop protection products that promise the best performance before, during, and after the growing season. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
I love working in spine care because when patients get better, there's no better feeling than that.
We both, Alexis and I, take a lot of time listening to their story, which is important so the patients know that we are caring and are thinking about them and not just about their back or just about their neck. You start with the story, you add the exam information, and then you come up with what's causing this problem, and then a treatment plan.
When you're ready to make your dream kitchen and bathroom a reality, find inspiration at Pike County Lumber in Pittsfield. It starts with a 3D design so you can see every angle and every custom detail. Traditional style or the newest trends. We'll create a design to fit your lifestyle. Your custom kitchen and bathroom will have the features that you need. A large versatile island for work or entertaining. Quartz countertops. Quality onyx that offers dozens of colors. From start to finish, trust the knowledge and experience at Pike County Lumber.
Back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. Just about time to meet the starters in this contest as PORTA-A Central. They're the 2 seed taking on this Carlinville Cavaliers squad, who is seeded 10th this year in tournament action. And for your starting lineups, here's Brian Shoemaker.
Starting for the Carlinville Cavaliers, Dave Suits, the head coach. At forward, a 6-foot senior is 00 Colton Costello. Starting at one guard, a 6'1 junior. Number 2 is Matt Dunn. A guard forward swingman, a 6'2 senior. Number 3 is Ryan Hart. At a third guard, a 6'2 sophomore is number 13, Dom Alepra. And at forward for the Carlinville Cavaliers, a 6'4 senior, number 33, Trenton Clevenger. Costello, Dunn, Hart, Alepra, and Clevenger for the 3 and 10 Carlinville Cavaliers. On the side for the Porta Blue Jays, 11 and 3, Colin Arthurloni, the head coach on the helm there at the bench. They start like this. It's going to be a guard, a 5'7 sophomore. Number 10, Drew Marr. At forward, a 6'2 senior. Number 23, that's Gavin Arthurloni. Ethan Mahoney is a 6'2 junior. He'll start at the forward position tonight along with Cole Roberts, a 6'4 senior forward. He wears number 33. Fifth starter, at forward, a 6'2 junior. Number 10 is Caden Christensen. It's Christensen, Marr, Arthurloni, Mahoney, and Roberts for the 11th and 3 Porta Blue Jays.
Blue Jays are off to another good start to their season. They really like this senior group, especially in the 3 big guys for them. And by big, I mean key scorers for them in Christensen, Arthurloni, and Roberts. And they're looking to have a good showing here at the 100th Winchester Invitational Tournament. We pause for our final break of the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. We tip it off next. Stay tuned on Central Illinois Sports.
Hey guys, it's James and Todd coming at you from Jersey's here. Hey, and it is a beautiful day outside.
Catch all the action at Jersey's in Camp Point. Fresh, made-to-order sandwiches, wraps, horseshoes. Check out our brisket bacon burger, our Nashville hot chicken. Fried chicken every Thursday night. Enjoy an afternoon on the patio or catch a game on one of our 7 TVs. Queen of Hearts drawing every Wednesday at 7 o'clock.
Todd, you got some beers for us?
Hey, you know what? It's time for that segment.
We love beer!
Ice cold draft beer, unmatched craft selection, and signature drinks. Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, your hometown sports bar.
When you're ready to make your dream kitchen and bathroom a reality, find inspiration at Pike County Lumber in Pittsfield. It starts with a 3D design so you can see every angle and every custom detail. Traditional style or the newest trends. We'll create a design to fit your lifestyle. Your custom kitchen and bathroom will have the features that you need. A large versatile island for work or entertaining. Quartz countertops. Quality onyx that offers dozens of colors. From start to finish, trust the knowledge and experience at Pike County Lumber.
Here at Mountain Dew, it's easy to tell who really loves the outdoors. For one thing, there's the rack on your car and the hitch on the back of your truck. There's your garage full of toys, from dirt bikes to wakeboards. And there's your cooler full of Mountain Dew, always at the ready. Because when it's time to get out there, climb into your deer stand or your fishing boat, a cooler of ice-cold Mountain Dew, that's as important a piece of outdoor gear as your spinning rod or your four-wheeler. Mountain Dew. Get out and do.
Welcome back to Winchester, PORTA-A Central and Carlinville. Brian, something they're doing kind of neat this year in the 100th Winchester Invitational Tournament. They are handing out a plaque to each participating team and having different representatives come out and collect that plaque for Carlinville. Man, they're kind of the newbie to this tournament. Last year was their first year.
Well, it's neat that you mentioned that, and it's really fun to see all of the things that Winchester has really dived into here in the 100th year. And, of course, you can learn a lot more about it. I think Ken Coltis has a book, and you can learn a lot more. They've been posting a ton of content on the Winchester Invitational Tournament Facebook page leading into the tournament.
If you ever want to have a good time and learn more about the Winchester Invitational Tournament, talk with Ken Coltis.
Knows it all.
I mean, he's the walking encyclopedia of the Winchester Tournament. Mark Cox is going to be here to accept the plaque for Porta, and we talked about, man, since they came in to this tournament, they've really been, not as far as winning the tournament all the time, but it seems like they're always in the Final Four.
And you've seen some really talented players on this Porta Blue Jays team, Charlie. Even a decade back, we've had some really talented individual players on this team, and, of course, some really talented teams that keep finding their way in the semifinal one way or the other, more often than not. And they've really established themselves as a force here in this tournament bracket.
Yes, they have. For the bad news for the Porta program, they ran out of Muellers in that family. That was a pretty good run.
Yeah,
of kids.
that was a pretty good run.
Like 5 of the total of the Mueller boys came through, and they all were fairly successful players, and really all, I would say, probably finished as some all-tournament players of this Winchester Invitational Tournament.
They'd come into the gym, kick off their cowboy boots, put their basketball shoes on, and go whip you by 20. It was a heck of a deal.
We are just about ready for tip-off. PORTA-A will be the home team. White uniforms, blue numbers, black trim. Carlinville, the visiting Blues, with the white numbers and red trim. And for your play-by-play on Central Illinois Sports, here's Brian Shoemaker.
33s jump into the center circle. That's Cole Roberts for Porta and Trenton Clevenger here for Carlinville as we get ready. Game number 5 on the way of 8 here today. So glad you're joining us on Central Illinois Sports. Brian Shoemaker, Charlie Hull, John Hull getting all the action for you as we get going here in opening round play. Caden Christensen with the ball, works his way over now. Porta gets to the right side. That is Gavin Artheloni. 3 balls up and good for Artheloni right off the bat. That's an early 3-0 lead here for the Blue Jays.
For Artheloni, man, that 3-point distance out there, it expands a little farther than most people.
3 ball on the way from Carlinville. Basket no good by Dama Lepra, as here come the Blue Jays on the run. This is Artheloni again. Gets it caught down in the short corner, has to get rid of it. 15-footer by Ethan Mahoney. Rattles off the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound is going to go out of bounds. Officials say that's going to be Carlinville basketball. Well, you've already seen, Charlie, this Porta-A team really likes to get at it very quickly. They're not going to waste a lot of time trying to get shots off here this afternoon.
This is an aggressive squad, and they don't need a shot clock, Brian.
No shot clocks here. Carlinville with the basketball on their side of the basket, trying to find their first points of the afternoon. This is Ryan Hart gets it back over to Dunn now. They try to get up to the free throw line. That's Clevenger. Kicks it back out. Carlinville trying to work it around the perimeter here. Porta working a nice little zone here so far. They've got the height and the strength to do it. They try and throw it away. This is Artheloni now, and he's going to get fouled in the backcourt to stop the transition, and that's going to be a foul on Dunn.
Dunn picks up his first foul, team first. It'll be ball out of bounds following the first turnover of the afternoon by the Cavaliers.
6:44 left here in the opening quarter. It's Porta-A and Carlinville in the opening round of the Winchester Invitational Tournament. Artheloni's going to take another quick shot, no good. Picked up by Clevenger, and here come the Cavaliers. Dunn gets it across the half-court line, gets it over to Hart. Hart now takes a couple of dribbles, runs into some traffic as Artheloni's trying to chase him down at the volleyball line. Not a lot of movement here from Carlinville. They kick it back over now. Carlinville overloaded on the left side. They kick it now over to a Lepra. 2 dribbles, nothing there. 3 ball on the way from Hart. Off the front of the rim, no good. And that's rebounded by Caden Christensen. Here comes Porta now. They're up 3-0, trying to extend their early lead. They're going to walk it across the court here. and that's going to be Drew Marr with the basketball. Whips it over to the left side now as Mahoney's got it. Gets it down to the short corner. Back to Mahoney from Arthelone. Nice give and go, and that's a quick 2 for Mahoney, and it's going to make it 5-0.
Nice job by the Blue Jays sharing the basketball there. You know, when they were in the Pittsfield tournament, Marr was coming off the bench. He's transitioned, even though he's just a sophomore, into the starting lineup.
Carlinville trying to pick it up now. They throw the ball away. Turnover on Carlinville. I believe that's their second, Charlie, as Artholone's going to get it. Pushes it into transition. Tries to get it to Roberts. And the officials say that's going to be tipped.
Yeah, this ball is going to go back to Porta. But you talk about that ball movement, Brian, and let's take a look at it again on the Northwestern Mutual replay. Just good ball movement. Arthelone gets it, finds Mahoney as the cutter, and he finishes at the window for the 2.
When you've got some nice interior guys that can do that kind of ball movement, Charlie, that's really, really a big plus for your team. Arthelone gives it back now once again. A nice little give and go as Roberts is going to find 2 more. He's got 4 points and make it a 7-0 game. 5:25 left to go here on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. Carlinville trying to get things going now as they get it down to Alepra. Alepra leans in a running 12-footer, nothing there. That's going to get picked up by Mahoney. Here come the Blue Jays once again. Marr's going to dribble it across, pushes it down into the corner. This is Christensen. Takes a couple of dribbles, picks it back up top of the key. 3 ball from Ethan Mahoney off the rim and no good. Rebound fought for, and that's picked up by Roberts. Roberts gets 2 more. Cole Roberts with his first basket of the ball game. And it's a 9-0 lead now here for PORTA-A. 4:51 left to go. Carlinville trying to get anything they can to get some offense going, Charlie.
Yeah, it's been tough sledding so far for Carlinville. 0 of 3 from the field.
Alepra off the front of the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound underneath, and it's just going to go out of bounds, and they said it'll be Porta basketball.
Porta's also really good about not allowing teams to get second chance opportunities. And now Carlinville wants a timeout. We'll pause as well. You talk about sharing the basketball. Sometimes you just have to get the rebound and a put back of the paint. Roberts with another 2. He's got 4. 4:39 to play in the first.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
Back to live action here as Carlinville takes a timeout trying to get things going. It's 4:39 left here in the opening frame, and it's been all Blue Jays so far. They lead 9-0 here halfway through the first quarter. Porta gets it over. That's a nice pick from Roberts. They work the ball around on the perimeter. Now Marr with it. Marr tries to throw it into Arthelone. Tipped away from Matt Dunn, and that's going to go out of bounds, and they say that'll be Carlinville basketball.
Nice job by Matt Dunn on the interior defense. Here we see Noah Convery in for the first time today. He is a 6'2 freshman making his Winchester Invitational tournament appearance.
4 freshmen, Charlie, on this Carlinville roster as the Cavaliers trying to get their first points on the board here. Been a bit of a struggle so far. Here comes Arthelone. He's going to get a strip, and he's going to go in for the layup, and it goes off the front of the rim. No good, though. They say that'll go out of bounds off of Carlinville. It'll be Porta basketball underneath their own hoop. That's what you get when you anticipate, Charlie. You miss a layup.
Well, it kind of looked like Arthelone went to jump, and his leg just kind of gave out on him, and he has a little befuddled look on his face as well. He said that didn't feel normal.
Kicks ball out. Here comes Christensen. 3 ball off the back of the iron. No good. Rebounded by Alepra. Here comes Carlinville trying to push now. Alepra drives in, running jumper from the inside the free throw line, and they say he'll get fouled, and that's going to be underneath on the floor.
This foul going to be whistled against Drew Marr for Porta-A, his first, team first. Ball out of bounds underneath for the Cavaliers.
Porta still in the zone here. Box set up for the Cavaliers as they try an inbound. Cross picks coming. They get it into Hart. Ryan Hart gets a basket. First 2 points on the board for the Cavaliers. It's 9-2, 3:57 left to go here in the opening quarter. Marr's going to get it around. He now gets it to Arthelone. He gets the pick now from Mahoney. Here comes Arthelone driving the lane. Gets it back down to Mahoney. Mahoney gets it in for the quick 2. Mahoney now has 6 points. On the early going, it's 11-2.
And again, just a perfect execution of that pick and roll action.
Here comes a steal now. Turnover for the Cavaliers as Arthelone gets a hand on it. He's going to try and penetrate into the lane. Gets a little bump. Gets it back up in the air, and it's 2 points for Gavin Arthelone. Give him 5 on the evening. It's 13-2 now. 3:25 left here in the opening quarter.
Very, very balanced scoring for Porta to start the day.
Alepra moves the basketball over to the right side. That's Hart. Hart's going to try and get it. Now we've got another foul here coming up for the Blue Jays.
This one's going to be whistled on Mahoney as he put two hands on the man. It's his first, team second, and it's ball out of bounds underneath for the Cavaliers, and Carlinville wants to take their second timeout. 3:13 to play in the first. It's 13-2, Porta-A Central on top of Carlinville.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield.
Substitutions as we get back in here from the timeout. Checking in for Porta, Keegan Dale, number 5, a 5'7" junior guard, along with number 15, Tobin Taraski. He's a 6-foot junior forward. We'll figure out who checked in here for Carlinville in just a second as they get the ball back in bounds.
It's like Tristan Thompson for the first time, the freshman.
Thank you. Not that Tristan Thompson. 3 ball on the way. Goes off the left side here for Carlinville. The shot's no good from Hart. Here comes Porta now pushing up on the Keegan Dale with the basketball. Gets it over to Artheloni on the right wing. Big 3 ball from Artheloni off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Alepra. 2:53 left here in the opening quarter. It's been an 11-point lead for the Blue Jays. Alepra, nice little 10-foot fake out and goes up with it. Off the rim and no good though. Rebounded by Christensen.
Christensen's a big, strong kid. We really saw him on the football field do well for a Porta team that as a team struggled a little bit, but Christensen was definitely one of the bright spots.
Porta with the basketball, dribbling around the volleyball line was Dale. They get it now back over to Christensen. Takes a couple of dribbles, gets a little pressure, has to give it up. Porta works it around the perimeter. Artheloni with it now. Porta very content here to look for a nice shot and not force anything. Christensen now gets it over to Dale. Dale 3 ball from the left wing. In for Dale. Do it for Dale. Keegan Dale knocks down 3, and it's a 16-2 lead, 2:02. Did you use that at all during the Pittsfield tournament, Charlie?
I did not.
Oh, there you go. Put it in the book. Let's use it this week. Do it for Dale. Carlinville working the basketball around. Free throw jumper from Alepra is no good, and it's going to be picked up by Tobin Taraski. Just under 2 minutes left here in the opening frame. It's been all Porta's. Artheloni dribbles on the baseline, and he's going to get a little bump contact and draw the foul from Carlinville.
Costello called for the foul, his first, team second. That will allow Jack Rouse to check in, a 5'10" junior for Carlinville, and the Cavaliers going into their bench quite a bit here in this first quarter, trying to find something that works.
Porta's going to inbound the basketball. They get it to Artheloni after 2 quick passes. Long 3 ball from Artheloni. Almost counted for 4 if you wanted to, Charlie. It's 19-2 lead here as Artheloni now has 8 points on the night. 1:37 left to go here in the opening frame. Alepra trying to get going. He's facing some pressure. We've got substitutions coming in for Porta after the dead ball.
Foul going to be called on Keegan Dale. Dale picks up his first and the third team foul by the Blue Jays. That's about the only thing they've done wrong so far.
Cole Roberts checks into the ball game along with number 12. That's Colin Owens, a 6-foot junior forward listed here on the roster for the Porta Blue Jays. It's Carlinville basketball out of bounds. They'll throw it into the backcourt here as Tristan Thompson's going to walk it up. Thompson gets it over to the left wing to Hart. Hart trying to take a couple of dribbles. Nothing there. He's going to go through traffic and put it up, and that gets blocked by Roberts. Here come the Blue Jays. Artheloni. Nice little move off the back of the glass. No good. It's picked up, though, by Owens. Owens no good. Rebounded by Roberts, and Roberts is going to get fouled.
Roberts will head to the free throw line for the first time on the day. Third team foul by the Cavaliers. Referee tells us that's going to be called against Noah Convery. It's his first. At the other end, Brian, let's take a look at that block by Roberts again. You come into the paint with Cole Roberts there, you have to be careful because he's not afraid to swatch you away.
First one up by Roberts up there and no good.
Lana Express here to serve you with walk-in medical care when you need it. They're on the south side of the square in Pittsfield. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every Monday through Saturday. Learn more at IlliniHospital.org.
Roberts gets the second. Give him 3 points on the night. It's 20-2 here. All Porta Blue Jays here in the opening frame. Carlinville trying to work it around to get something going. This is Rouse now. Tips it back off. Long 3 ball on the way. No good by Hart. Gets it now to Alepra. Alepra jumper no good off the back of the rim. And here comes Artheloni on the run. Artheloni looking for help. Finds it now on the ring. That is Dale. Dale with another 3 ball. He's hot. 6 points for Keegan Dale. And it's 23-2 lead. And now Carlinville's going to take another timeout.
Their third time out already in the first half, and that's because they're doing it for Dale as he knocks down another three. 45.6 seconds to play in the quarter on Central Illinois Sports.
At the First National Bank of Beardstown, you come first. We're dedicated to helping you in any way we can with a full line of financial products delivered by caring, experienced professionals. With locations in Beardstown, Murrayville, and Winchester, we're here to serve the region with your banking needs. Contact our Winchester location at 217-742-3134 or visit us online at bankingyoufirst.com. The First National Bank of Beardstown, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Trucks LLC will be located this fall in the new building at 14 East Industrial Park Drive in Pittsfield. Call 217-922-0044. Diesel repair service offering 24-hour roadside repair, mobile service units, semi-truck and trailers, farm and ag equipment, DOT inspections, hydraulic hose repair. Anything diesel, we can come to you along the road in the field or at your shop. It's Trucks. Call 217-922-0044. That's 217-922-0044.
Back to live action after the third timeout from Carlinville here in the quarter. They are in a big hole early on to the Porta Blue Jays, 23-2. We're just under a minute left here in the first quarter. Glad you're watching us along here on Central Illinois Sports. This is a Leper now on the wing. Carlinville working it around the perimeter. They try to find Convery up at the high post. He loses the basketball. Here comes Artheloni. Gavin Artheloni stops at the block up off the glass, and an easy two for Artheloni. Give him 10 tonight. It's 25-2 now. Tried to get that ball into the high post. That pass was passed just a little too fast, Charlie, for Carlinville.
Yeah, it's about the fourth time Artheloni's forced the turnover. Now he does another one. Staraski's got the run out. He's taken down from behind, and they'll call him for traveling.
Things just got a little too fast there for everybody.
Taraski says, hey, let's watch this again. He says, hey, ref. I wasn't just heavy on the headband that time. I think I got tripped up.
If you are keeping track for your all-tournament hair team, Taraski's probably a first-teamer as of right now. Try to get the basketball. Porta tries to get the steal. They do, and Artheloni's going to take it up from the volleyball line. Off the glass, no good. And that's going to end your first quarter. It's Porta 25, Carlinville 2 as we end the first frame. We'll take a break and come back here on Central Illinois Sports.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect. If your job situation is changing because of layoffs or restructuring, you may have to make several decisions. One important decision may be what to do with your retirement plan. Make sure your retirement stays on track. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, can help. Stop by the office at 1891 Main Street in Quincy, Illinois. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Well, after a quarter, it's a 25-2 advantage for Porta-A Central on top of Carlinville. The Cavaliers are just 1 of 11 from the field, 9%, 0 of 4 from 3, while Porta is 8 of 17, just shy of 50%, 3 of 9 from 3, and 1 of 2 from the free throw line.
Carlinville basketball here to start the second frame, Charlie. They've just got to find some means to get a good shot. I just don't know if we've really seen a lot of shots here so far in those 11 from Carlinville that really they maybe wanted to take in the offensive set.
It's a lot of turnovers, too, for this squad.
This is Hart starting the basketball, gets it into Convery. He guys into the post, gets triple team, kicks it back out now to Hart. Cavaliers trying to work it around the perimeter now. They get it back over. This is a Lepra. Takes some dribbles, stops above the free throw line. Nothing. They get it now down to Thompson. Thompson, short little runner, no good. Rebounded by Drew Marr. Here come the Blue Jays once again. They've got a big lead and looking to add on to it. Keegan Dale's already got a couple of threes. He takes a couple of dribbles. They work it now down into the short corner. This is Roberts off the glass and good for Cole Roberts. Give him 5 points on the night. It's 27-2 here. First basket of the quarter for the Porta Blue Jays. Costello's going to check back in for Carlinville when we get to the next dead ball. Carlinville's got it stopped here at the free throw line. They try to throw it away. They get it tipped away by Dale, And now Carlinville will reset. This is Hart with the basketball. Gets it to Convery at the free throw line. He tries to make a drive, goes in, spins around, nothing there. Gets it blocked by Roberts. And here come the Blue Jays once again. Roberts is just getting his hand on everything inside so far for Porta.
He's one of those elite shot blockers that can get the block and not hit you at the body so he doesn't get called for those fouls. Ooh, nice pass, Tarasky to Roberts.
Tarasky to Roberts. Cole Roberts really, beyond being able to get the handles, he finds himself in the right place to be as he's got 7 points, Charlie. That's half the battle when you're on those pick and rolls and short corner passes, is just getting in the right spot to receive the basketball. Here comes Carlinville. They get the basketball now to Condry. He gets it at the block, tips it back out. Carlinville works around the perimeter. Rouse with the basketball. He gets tipped up and loses it. Goes out of bounds, and it'll be Porta basketball. Line change coming in here for Carlinville. Costello along with number 2, Matt Dunn. Number 10, Tate Duckles. And number 33, Trenton Clevenger coming back in. Caden Christian, number 10, checks in along with Gavin Artheloni back here for Porta.
There was a Duckles on the team last year for Carlinville. He was a pretty solid player.
6:20 left to go here on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. It's a 29-2 lead for the Blue Jays here in opening round play at the 100th Invitational Tournament at Winchester. Artheloni stops at the top of the key. He's got to get rid of it now. He finds Roberts as Roberts pops up. He'll take a 3-ball. Cole Roberts, inside, outside attack from Cole Roberts. Give him 10 points on the night, and that's going to make it 32-3, Charlie.
I was just going to say, you don't want to leave Roberts out there. If he gets a chance to get set up, he's a pretty good three-point shooter, and he showed it right there.
Carlinville trying to work it inside. They lose the basketball. As it looks like Duckles fell on the ground trying to get rid of it. That'll be a travel and a turnover on the Cavaliers.
Those just keep adding up for them, scoring just 2 points, and they've given up 32. More less than 3 minutes into this second period.
Marr's going to take it across the time stripe, gets it to Artheloni on the right wing. He's going to work down baseline. Artheloni up and easy for Artheloni. Give him 12 points now in the first half. It's 34-2. We just keep saying it. It's all Porta Blue Jays here in the first half as Carlinville has struggled to get anything going here offensively or to stop defensively. This is Duckles now. Gets it around the free throw line. 3-ball on the way from Thompson off the glass. No good. Roberts is going to chase it down for Porta.
Can you think of a time that Carlinville's gotten a second chance opportunity yet in this game? Because I can't.
Well, and the size is just there for Porta to limit those opportunities. This is works over to Artheloni now. Roberts wants it in the post. He's going to get it. That gets tipped away by Clevenger. Roberts comes back up with it. Back at the top of the key. That is Mahoney. Couple of dribbles now here from Christensen. Gets really kind of caught in a double team. Goes off the glass and no good. Off balance shot. And here come the Cavaliers. They get it now to Dunn. Dunn runs in. Gets it tipped away. Basketball like a volleyball right now, and it's going to get tipped out of bounds, and it'll be Porta basketball.
Yeah, a little hot potato moment there. 4:39 to play in the half. 34-2, Porta on top.
Charlie, we talked about the talent of this Porta team, and you know there was a lot of argument coming here. What seed should what team get? And sometimes you just kind of wondered a little bit about that Porta team. Maybe the schedule wasn't there early on going into the seed meeting, but they are proving today they are a top-tier team here in the tournament. As Christensen knocks down his first bucket of the day, give him 2 points. It's 36-2 now. Porta.
Just the overall basketball IQ for this Porta outfit is what makes them so tough. They share the basketball well, and they know where they're supposed to be and when they're supposed to be there.
Clevenger with the basketball. He gets it now down inside to Dunn. No good. It's rebounded by Marr. Here comes Porta, and Porta's not even worried about trying to push the tempo at this point. Very content working in the half-court set, working quickly, efficiently, trying to get some shots. This is Roberts. He goes inside. He's going to get a travel call.
Yeah, he came down a little 1-2 left-right that time. If you could have stuck them both on the jump stop, he'd have been fine, but a little 1-2, that's a travel.
3:48 left to go here in the first half. 36-2 lead here for the Blue Jays as Carlinville works it across the half line. This is Tate Duckles. Gets the ball over to Dunn. Dunn guarded by Artheloni at the volleyball line. Gets the ball down now. That's Colton Costello. Took a little bit of a break, and he's back in the basketball game. Carlinville's going to try and reset here as now Porta's man-to-man defense.
Blue Jays are a pretty solid defensive team, too, whether they're in that zone. They really like to play that zone for the most part, but they've come out in the man. I think it's a good practice for Coach Artheloni's squad to play a little more man in a game like this, kind of get used to that because you never know when you're going to need to employ it.
Costello works the ball around quickly now to Duckles on the wing. They try and get it into the short corner. They do. That nothing there, though, is all that height and beef from Porta kind of limits them on the short corner run. This is now Duckles. Duckles tries to drive in. Nothing there. Kicks it back top of the key. Tristan Thompson 3-ball is good. Tristan Thompson gets the Cavalier offense going. His first 3 points of the day. It's 36-5 now. Porta still with the big lead. Marr's going to take it across. He directs things as the general. Gets it to Artheloni now. Artheloni 3-ball. Really nice shot from Gavin Arthelone. Give him 3 more. That's 15 in the first half.
Arthelone is one of those kids, Brian. He's about 6'3". He's got a chance to play at that next level because of that quick release.
Carlinville back with the basketball. Duckles now. Guarded by Christensen. Drives into the lane, kicks it back out to the right wing. This is Costello going baseline. Nothing there. Kicks it now up to Dunn. Dunn left wing shot no good. Here comes Porta as Christensen grabs the rebound. 2:14 left to go. As Porta looking to score 40+ here in the first half. Marr with the basketball, drives right wing, finds Arthelone in the short corner. He's doing a little one-on-one action, a big mismatch size-wise. Got the shot up and no good. Christensen thought he might grab it. It came in the hands of Clevenger instead. Carlinville moves across the half-court line. They get it now to Duckles. He's driving lane again. Runner from Duckles, no good, but he'll get fouled and go to the free throw line.
I believe Christensen will be the guilty party this time, and he will. It's his first, team fourth. And to the free throw line for the first time today is Tate Duckles, the 5'9" freshman. First free throws for Carlinville on the afternoon, and the first one is up and good by Duckles.
Checking back in here for Porta is number 5. That's Keegan Dale, the 5'7" junior. A couple of threes on his stat sheet here already tonight as Carlinville looks to make their second free throw with 1:50 to go.
Roberts sat down for Porta, so Porta loses, a lot of size there in that exchange.
Second one up and good. Now Duckles has got 2 points, and Alepra will check back in, and he'll sit Duckles down after a couple of free throws and helping Carlinville get a couple more points here in the first half. 1:47 left to go here in the first half. We'll tell you all about the breakdown on the Little Jess halftime show coming up here at the end of this quarter. Porter works the ball down into Christensen. Christian goes up. He gets hit hard, and he hits the floor hard, but he'll go to the free throw line after the nice pass from Dale.
Clevenger will be whistled for the foul. It's his first of the day and the 4th team foul. And Caden Christensen to the free throw line to shoot 2. Blue Jays are 1 of 2 from the free throw line on the afternoon, and his first one is no good. We want to remind you about the Pike County Express, your local family-owned newspaper. They've been serving Pike County since 1991. Check them out each Wednesday on a newsstand near you.
Christensen with 2 points here on the afternoon, trying to make it 3, and he does as he gets the second basket good. 40-7, 1:37 left to go here on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. Carlinville works the ball into their half of the floor, and that's going to be an offensive foul as Clevenger got a little too leany on the pick, Charlie.
Yeah, and he's going to get called for it, but so many times, Brian, the guard does not take his defender to the screener, so that screener then tries to help out a little bit. That's when you see those moving screens get called.
And we'll always say it sometimes when you just look a little bit bigger than the guy you're setting the pick for, Charlie, you're setting the pick on, it just looks a little bit haphazard, and sometimes that comes into play as Arthelone, big 3 ball off the front of the rim, and they say that'll be another foul on Porta as the rebound was fought for.
Caden Christensen's going to pick up his second, 5th team foul. Length of the court to go for the Cavaliers. They're down 40-7.
Matt Dunn's going to bring it across the timeline slowly as Carlinville looks to try and find some offensive spark here before they go into the halftime break. They get it now to Alepra. Long 3 ball from Alepra is good. Dom Alepra knock it down for 3. It's 40-10 with just over a minute left here in the first half. His first 3 points of the afternoon. Porta working the basketball now. This is Dale. Gets it over now to Christensen. He works it to the left side now. Basketball goes into Marr. They get it now into the inside to Arthelone. Nice pass from Arthelone to Christensen. Christensen goes up. He'll get fouled and go to the free throw line.
It's the 6th team foul by Carlinville, and individually, the referee tells us this foul is whistled on. Who was it, John? Tell me again. All right. Alepra. All right, called for that one. It's his first, team 6th.
One of the things we're seeing, Charlie, I think out of this offense is Christensen gets the first free throw, give him 4 points on the afternoon. Carlinville selling out when that basketball goes in the post, and that's where you're getting to see some of these nice open cuts as he gets the second one, giving him 5 points on the afternoon, 3 or 4 from the free throw line, and that's really making things pretty easy for this Porta Blue Jay offense. 42 seconds left here in the first half. Carlinville brings the basketball across the time stripe. Alepra's got it. He's guarded by Dale. Drives into the free throw line. Jumper from 8 feet is good for Alepra. Give him 5 points on the afternoon. It's a 42-12 lead. Half a minute to go here in the first half.
Cavaliers finding a little bit of rhythm offensively.
We'll tell you about everything coming up on the Little Jess halftime show just here in a few seconds as Porta's going to try and hold for one last shot here at the basket. Gets the basketball to Arthelone. He's guarded out by Alepra. Here comes the big pick from Mahoney. Artholoni goes all the way in off the side of the rim. No good. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Carlinville's got to hustle. 3 ball from half court is no good from Ryan Hart. And that takes us to the Little Jess halftime show. Your halftime score, Porta Blue Jays 42, Carlinville Cavaliers 12. We'll be back with halftime stats and more here in a couple of minutes.
Here at Little Jess, we value hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership. We have a respect for heritage and tradition and believe in the pursuit of building legacies, breaking records, and putting forth award-winning results. That's why supporting schools and local teams is one of our favorite and most exciting parts of our business. For over 7 decades, we strive daily to use those same values as a foundation to meet our community's automotive needs and support our future generations. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
If your job situation is changing because of layoffs or restructuring, you may have to make several decisions. One important decision may be what to do with your retirement plan. Make sure your retirement stays on track. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, can help. Stop by the office at 1891 Main Street in Quincy, Illinois. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
When you think of fall, what comes to mind besides pumpkins, honey, and football? How about fertilizer? Studies show more than 1/3 of your crop's yield is determined by fertilizer alone. Studies also show as much as 40% potassium and 30% phosphate gets tied up in stalks and residue, as well as high clay content. Nutrient Ag Solutions recommends Titan, which is an innovative fertilizer catalyst designed for use with dry fertilizer blends. Titan will keep nutrients from being tied up and increase fertilizer availability in your crop. Titan is a low-cost option to improve crop fertility. Contact your nutrient crop consultant today.
PCRE Real Estate and Auction is your #1 resource for buying or selling real estate in West Central Illinois. With 2 office locations, one in Pike County and the other in Calhoun County, PCRE Real Estate and Auction is the place to go when you're looking to buy or sell farmland, recreational and hunting land, residential or commercial property. See our current listings at PCRERealestate.com or call us at 217-285-5800 for PCRE Real Estate and Auction.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
Welcome back on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. It is 42-12, the lead for Porta on top of Carlinville here at the halftime break. And Brian, this has been a fairly dominating first half by this Porta AC squad.
Well, it's the kind of start that you hope to see from a 2-seed, Charlie, if you are the 2-seed indeed. And I think we've seen a lot of strong defense from this team. You've seen some really efficient offensive sets, and you've seen some nice shooting from Gavin Artholoni, which never hurts anything when you're jumping out to a big lead like this.
Well, and for this Carlinville team, just the amount of turnovers they had in the first half and how good Porta is at executing on their end of the court on the offensive side, it makes it pretty tough for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, they've really got to find a way to maybe extend this Porta defense out just a little bit, but they've also got to move a little bit quicker, Charlie. You're not seeing a lot of quick ball movement. You're seeing a lot of dribble penetration, and they're dribbling into double teams, triple teams, and that makes it tough when you're not the biggest team on the floor to try and get rid of that basketball and kick it out for some shots.
It is the Little Jess Motors halftime show. Little Jess in Quincy, Illinois, across from Quincy High, 3431 Main Street. They can help you with all of your Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram needs. They're the place to go for your next vehicle purchase. Their staff is committed to making the car buying process simple and making sure each customer's needs are satisfied. Learn more at littlejessmotor.com or stop by at 3431 Main Street in Quincy. We'll take a look at individual scoring and team shooting percentages on the Little Jess Motors halftime show following this timeout.
Time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Shootman, Emily Matthews, and Brad Wellman. Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you. Abney Home Improvement is a family-owned company with Christian values. We have a passion for helping our customers find the best products at a great price. We understand making a large purchase of windows and doors for your home is a big investment. Our mission is to be completely upfront with you. We have built our business on trust and reputation. We depend on our customers to refer us to friends and family for their home improvement needs. Call 573-221-0886. We finish what we start with quality for you. Abney Home Improvement's 100% satisfaction is what we build our business on. Press Yours On You would like to wish all the area teams the best of luck this year. If you're looking to get your team shirts or just looking for spirit wear for yourself, remember Press Yours On You. We have over 1,400 square foot of retail space in our shop. Stop by and see us and check out our offerings. Business lets us help you promote your brand. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Thank you to everyone in our community for the support over the last 16 years. Thank you for supporting local. Press Yours On You, 506 West Wood, Camp Point, Illinois. United Community Bank has been serving our community in banking since 1973 and is a proud member of the Pittsfield Strong United community. UCB brings you the latest banking technology, security, and convenience you expect, delivered with friendly local service you deserve from your community bank. UCB invites you to stop in for a visit at No. 1 Professional Plaza in Pittsfield, or you can find them online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank, the leader of community banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sign up for a Saki Rewards debit card.
Back with you on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. It is 42-12. PORTA-A Central in control of this one. And Brian's got to look at some of your halftime stats.
Let's break things down for the Porta Blue Jays here in the first half. 14 of 27 shooting. 5 of 12 from behind the arc, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Keegan Dale has 6 points on a couple of 3 balls. Caden Christensen has 5 points on the day, 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. Gavin Artheloni, highest point scorer here in the first half, 15 points. Ethan Mahoney's got 6. Cole Roberts has 10 points, along with 1 of 2 from the free throw line for the Blue Jays. Cavaliers shooting 4 of 20 from the field, 2 of 8 from behind the three-point line, 2 of 2 from the line. They've got 12 points. Dama Lepra has 5 points. Tate Duckles has 2. And Ryan Hart, I believe, has 3. I think I've missed a basket somewhere here along the way, Charlie, but we'll get it figured out, as it's a 42-12 lead here for Porta on the Little Jess halftime show.
It is a 30-point lead. We'll get ready for the second half as we pause for a timeout. Glad you're with us this afternoon on Central Illinois Sports.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the beautiful and historic city that is Pittsfield, Illinois, a community that feels like home.
Home to over 4,000 residents, a progressive and growing community serves as an amazing place to live, learn, work, and play. With civic, charitable, family, and recreational activities available, you'll never be bored here. Attend an event or festival, play some disc golf on our new championship course, spend the day fishing, or even catch a Civil War reenactment. As a community driven by success, Pittsfield provides numerous incentives to assist citizens and local businesses. Our goal in Pittsfield is to truly advance and prosper. Staying healthy is made easy here, with access to doctors, dentists, and other medical specialists throughout the community. People come to Pittsfield for a variety of reasons: stately historical homes, an abundance of natural resources, hunting, scenic areas along the Illinois and Mississippi rivers, festivals, recreational opportunities, and much more. People stay in Pittsfield simply because life here is great. Picture yourself in Pittsfield today.
From our trucks to their lunch trays, to your local hospital, to your favorite pub, and to your kitchen table. For more than 60 years, Dot Foods and Dot Transportation have been stocking the shelves of your hometown. Sure, we've grown a lot, but at our core, we're still small-town, family-run businesses that care about our communities and the people who keep us running. Join the Dot family today and be part of something bigger.
Welcome to Douglas Automotive and Tire, your expert truck and car repair center in Pittsfield, Illinois. We provide full service from oil changes to new tires and everything in between. Contact us today to schedule service. We're located at 303 West Jefferson Street in Pittsfield, Illinois. Call 217-922-0064. That's 217-922-0064. Britton and the gang know cars, and if you need repairs, call Douglas Automotive today for all your repairs.
Back to live action here as we get ready to go for the second half. Game number 5 of 8 here today on the 100th Winchester Invitational Tournament. So glad you're watching alongside here on Central Illinois Sports. Starters for both sides taking the court to begin the second half. Brian Shoemaker, Charlie Hall, John Hall, taking you through the action here on the early game of the afternoon session. As we get things moving, it's going to be Porta basketball to start the third quarter here. This is Marr with the basketball, gets it back over to Christensen in the corner. He's guarded tightly by Hart. Christensen dribbles it into the free throw lane. This is Arthelone. He's got 15 in the first half. Dribbles into the lane, finds another nice pass. And that's going to go to Mahoney. 2 points for Mahoney, give him 8 points on the day. And it's a 44-12 lead.
There have been very few baskets by this Porta squad that there haven't been an assist on.
No, and that's a wonderful thing to have if you are the Porta bench and Porta coaching staff right now. 3 ball on the way from Alepra, off the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound comes to Clevenger. Clevenger gets blocked, picked up by Alepra. He goes into triple traffic, blocked again by Roberts. 2 blocks on the play for the Blue Jays, and here they come in transition, and Arthelone is going to get tripped and fouled.
Arthelone takes a spill, and the foul whistled against Clevenger. That'll be his second, check that, third foul, and the first foul of the second half by the Cavaliers.
Telling you what, Charlie, as we're wandering in the crowd, we got a nice young gentleman dressed up here doing some videotaping for one of the teams. Nice slacks, nice shirt, bow tie coalition going on. Nice to see the young kids dressed up here today at the WIT. Arthelone drives into the free throw line, another nice pass. He's going to get into Roberts off the rim and no good. Rebounded by Alepra. Best dressed manager of the day on John Hull's ballot. Carlinville works it over left wing. 3 ball from Hart is good. Ryan Hart picks up 3. Give him 5 on the day. The 3-pointer we missed at the halftime stats went to Tristan Thompson. We apologize for the miscue there as we were getting a breakdown on the halftime stats. 44-15 lead here for the Blue Jays. They whip it around now. Arthelone on the baseline gets a pick from Roberts. Drives it in. Nice spin move from Arthelone. He'll get fouled and he'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Foul whistled here on Matt Dunn. It's the second team foul of the half on this squad from Carlinville, and Dunn second in the game. Going to the free throw line shooting 2 is Gavin Arthelone. Already has 15 points on the day. Looks to add to it from the charity stripe, and the first one's no good. Blue Jays are 4 of 7 from the free throw line.
Something you're noticing right now, Charlie, Porta not even really too concerned at this point about picking up fouls and trying to fight for the rebound as Arthelone gets the second, give him 16 on the day here. So it's a 45-15 lead on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. 6:30 left here in the third quarter as now Carlinville works the basketball inside. Clevenger picks it back up to the free throw line. That's done. He kicks it into the corner. Now they're picked up as Alepra gets into trouble. Ball is loose as it was tipped away by Porta. Now it's picked again by Carlinville. Hart 3-ball leaning to the right, no good, and it's going to be rebounded. That was Roberts. He's a big force inside. They get it back to Arthelone now, left wing dribble. Tries to drive, nothing there, and he goes to kick it out again. Mahoney was wide open underneath, and these post guys, Charlie, always looking for that quick pass. Not just looking to set picks, always looking to get that basketball. Arthelone drives in, goes into some traffic, no call. Ball goes loose, and here comes Carlinville. This is Dunn, drives in, and he'll pick up a foul on the block there from Marr.
Marr going to be called for the foul. First of the second half by the Blue Jays, and let's take a look at the Northwestern Mutual replay here. Did Marr get set? I think you could have an argument that he might have been able to draw the charge, but it went the way of the Cavaliers this time, and the first free throw is up and no good by Matt Dunn.
Dunn has not scored yet today, trying to get his first point of the day as Carlinville trying to kind of find some momentum here, Charlie, as unless things would take a very drastic turn as Dunn picks up the second of 2 free throws, they will find themselves on the consolation side trying to get some momentum here to reload for next week. 5:38 left to go here in the third quarter as Marr brings it across the time stripe. Drives to the right wing, has to pick it up and get rid of it. He'll find Arthelone at the top of the key. 3-ball is good for Gavin Arthelone. Give him 19 on the day, Charlie.
Deadly shooter from outside when he can get those feet set. He's also really good at coming off for that off-the-ball screen and getting squared up to the basket.
See the Liberty Blue Jays sitting here in the reserve section as the 3-ball is no good from Hart. You'll see them coming up in our next ball game as they'll take on the Greenfield Tigers coming up in game number 6 of 8 here today. Christensen with the basketball now for Porta. Stops at the top of the key, gives it inside. That's Mahoney. Mahoney leaning back and good. 2 points for Ethan Mahoney. Give him double digits on the day. Third player with 10 or more points here for the Porta Blue Jays. It's a 50-16 lead. 4:50 left to go here in the third. Hart moving with the basketball. Nice pass inside to Alepra. He's got to kick it back out as he ran into a double team. Now Alepra on the right corner. 3 ball up and good. No good, excuse me. That's picked up by Mahoney as it missed everything but the kitchen sink.
Mahoney was on Rout's roster last season. He's come back home as he's an AC Central kid, and he's fit right into this group and really doing a lot of good things.
Artheloni step back 3 ball like James Harden, knock it down for 3 more, and now Artheloni's got 22 on the day, and it's looked very easy, Charlie, but you know it's not. He's just a really talented shooter.
Well, you have to really practice your craft to be able to hit shots like that. That shot is not easy at all.
3 ball in the corner from Dom Alepra. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Hart. Hart puts it back up quickly. It's no good, and it's picked up once again by Roberts. Here come the Blue Jays. 4 minutes left to go here in the third. Artheloni driving, takes it up. Kicks it back up to Marr at the volleyball line. Porta will reset offensively. Mahoney tried to give him some space. Marr with a running shot, no good, and that's going to be a foul on Mahoney as he reached in the cookie jar.
Second foul of the half against the Blue Jays. Mahoney picks up the personal, his second of the game. 3:51 to play in the third. Ball out of bounds, length of the court to go for this Cavaliers team.
Matt Dunn will bring it up here. He's going to be guarded by Mars. He finds his way into the time stripe. Picks the basketball up after a couple of dribbles, gets it now to Hart. He's trying to find something at the top of the key, and we tell you this Carlinville team just really needs to move a little bit, Charlie. Just not a lot of movement. They're waiting for the ball first. This is Clevenger with the basketball. Trenton Clevenger gets himself in the scorebook today. First 2 points for him, and it's a 53-18 lead for Porta with 3:23 left to go here on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. Artheloni with the basketball now, stops at the volleyball line, kicks it over to Marr. He'll drive baseline. Marr stops, pops from 8, and they say that's a travel.
You talked about Artheloni earlier, and look at this little step back move. Little jab step back, and man, just smooth with the follow through there.
James Harden would love it. 3:09 left to go.
Plus, I don't even think that Artheloni traveled.
No. Oh, we've got a little collision there as the official hits the ground. He'll get back up, though, as Alepra will take one from the left corner. No good, and it's picked up by Artheloni. Subs coming in for the Blue Jays on the next dead ball.
Sniper.
Swiper, no swiping. Artheloni with the basketball. Another step back 3, Charlie, and that is good.
When you're good, you're good.
Kenny Stouffer just smiles. He just smiles after that one. What can you do? You can't guard it. I mean, that's the thing. That's just a tough shot to guard. Give Artheloni 25 on the day so far. And here comes a 3 ball from the Cavaliers. Good for Ryan Hart. He's got 8 on the day.
We have seen some unbelievable individual outputs so far today. 30 points is the best so far by Beheimer from Brown County.
Artheloni with the basketball, drives right baseline. He's going to take it in off the rim. No good, though. He'll get it off the second chance as Christensen got it. Count the basket for Artheloni, and you'll get the foul for the old-fashioned 3-point play attempt.
Referee says count the basket, foul on Costello. It's his second, third team foul.
Line change here for the Blue Jays. It's going to be Dale Taraski. Colin Owens is number 12, along with number 2, Bryson. You told me this name earlier, Charlie. Shotzik. Thank you very much. But we'll get them all after we get out of the timeout. 2:09 left to go here in the third. Porta big, up big, 58-21.
Call Best Systems Builders for all your insulation needs. We are a full-service insulation contractor offering both open and closed cell spray foam, blown cellulose, and fiberglass installation. Best Systems has 2 BPI certified professionals ready to inspect your home or business today. You may qualify for incentives through the American Act on Energy program. Call Scott or Michael at 217-285-6005 for your free estimate, or visit us online at gobestsystems.com and start saving money on your energy bill today. Two Wheel Trading Company on Facebook. That's your bike dealer. You can find at 110 West Main Street in Mount Sterling, Illinois, or go to @Two-Wheels Trading Company on Instagram. Phone 217-257-0463. Your authorized Marin Bikes dealer. Full service on any brand of bike. They're also offering 25% off accessories and safety gear with any new bike purchase in January, plus kicking off a buy one, get one free on select 2022 models this month. Two Wheels Trading Company, 110 West Main Street, Mount Sterling.
Back to live action here as Gavin Arthelone, knocked down the free throw. Give him 28 points on the day. He'll take a seat.
The only thing keeping Gavin Arthelone from getting 30 points in the day is his dad taking him out.
Pretty much. Brady Kinney checks in here for Porta on that after that free throw. He is a 5'11 junior forward as Carlinville trying to work the ball in for some baskets. Lepra goes up. He'll get hit by two people, and he'll go to the free throw line after that foul.
A couple of guys in the area. It's either Owens or Taraski, and the official will tell us that's Owens on the foul. Third team foul, and to the free throw line is Dom Lepra for Carlinville.
5 points on the day for Dom Lepra as he tries to make it 6 and cut into this deficit just a little bit. Free throw is up and no good for number 13. Tristan Thompson checks back in for Carlinville along with Noah Convery. Here with 1:54 left in the third, we'll have a running clock situation. More likely than not as we move into the fourth frame. Second free throw up and good for Lepra. Give him 6 points on the afternoon as he goes 1 of 2 from the charity stripe.
Convery is just a freshman. We talked about 6'2". I bet you he was a tough matchup on the junior high scene.
Running free throw, no good for Kinney. Basketball goes up and out of bounds, and that'll be Carlinville basketball. Checking in is Jack Rouse again for the Cavaliers. He'll sit down Colton Costello. As Carlinville will get another chance here to get another point on the board here before the end of the third frame. This Porta team, Charlie, boy, this is a team you got to watch out for in this bottom half of the bracket. I mean, this team has been as good as we hoped we would see them be today, I think is maybe the best way to say it.
They're a pretty well-oiled machine. And, the biggest thing I like about this Porta squad is they just kind of go about their business.
3 ball up and good for Dom Lepra. Give him 9 points on the day. It's 59-22, or 25, excuse me, as they get the points on the board.
Lepra's just a sophomore, too. This is a pretty young nucleus for this Carlinville squad.
Taraski got the basketball at the block, kicked it back up to the top of the key. 3 ball, no good for Colin Owens, and we'll get a foul going the other way on the rebound.
Tobin Taraski will be picking up the foul, his second team fourth.
Sub coming in for the Cavaliers, that's going to be Tate Duckles checking back into the basketball game. Looks like he'll sit down Ryan Hart. Here on the player exchange, length of the court to go for the Cavaliers, 1:03 left to go here in the third quarter. As Duckles will be the inbound man and gives it back up to Tristan Thompson. Blue Jays in the zone now as the Shotzik able to tip it out of bounds. It'll be Carlinville basketball right off the side of their own bench. 57 seconds left to go here in the third frame. 59-25 the lead. Gavin Arthelone has been the story of the day with 28 points and some really, really pretty shots from behind the arc, as now it's going to be a little bit of a stutter and a travel there for Tristan Thompson. Turnover for the Cavaliers, Porta basketball, as Brady Kinney will take it out of bounds.
I like the demeanor of Dave Suits on the sideline, though. I mean, not getting too worked up. Doesn't seem like he's really much of a yeller. He's coaching. There's a lot of young guys out there, and he's coaching them to try to play at the varsity level.
3 ball up and no good for Shotzik. Rebound comes down to the way of Noah Convery. And that's right, Charlie. Sometimes when you're struggling in the wins column, the best thing you can do is keep coaching, because you'll figure something out at some point. Just keep coaching, just keep coaching, just keep swimming, and you'll get there eventually.
Thank you, Dory.
Who?
Dory.
Dory.
Yeah, just keep swimming.
I know. I was,
Who?
Just making me forget. Like Dory was forgetful.
33 Wallaby away.
Yeah. 3 ball on the way is up and good for Tristan Thompson. 6 points on the day for Tristan Thompson. It's 59-28 as we're down to the last 15 seconds here of the third quarter. With the basketball, this is Brady Kinney. Gets it back up to Shotzik. Whips it around the right side. Here comes Dale. Now back to Shotzik. He gets the pick, goes inside, stops in the lane, kicks it back out. 3 ball from Dale off the front of the rim. No good, and we've reached the end of the third quarter. The Porta Blue Jays 59, Carlinville Cavaliers 28. We'll come back with the fourth quarter here on Central Illinois Sports.
Luke and Aaron Fessler at Fessler Insurance are here to help you with all of your insurance needs. Fessler Insurance, a Country Financial agency, provides life, health, auto, home, and farm insurance. Trust your insurance needs to the local folks at Fessler Insurance. Call for a quote today at 217-285-4429 or stop by at 1165 West Washington Street in Pittsfield for Fessler Insurance.
The Bank of Bluffs and the Meridosha Community Bank, with 2 locations to serve you in Bluffs and Meridosha. My wife and I have a long history with the Bank of Bluffs and its friendly staff. When we have needed a friend in the banking world, the Bank of Bluffs has always been in the right place for us. The Bank of Bluffs, the small town bank with a big heart for customers. Plus, you are dealing with your friends and neighbors every day. Why be a number when the Bank of Bluffs will treat you with respect and as a friend? The Bank of Bluffs and the Meridosha Community Bank, member FDIC.
Line change for the Blue Jays as we start the fourth quarter. Griffin McClure, a 5'6" sophomore guard, checks in along with Jet Carrick, a 5'7" freshman guard, Levi Hoagland, a 6'2" freshman forward, and Griffin Ames, a 5'11" junior forward, all checking in for the Blue Jays here. We'll have a running clock going here in the fourth frame, and we'll speed along and get you ready for the next game of the broadcast tonight. It's going to be Greenfield against Liberty. Scheduled to start at 5:30. We'll definitely start a little earlier than that. Up with the basketball at the top of the key is Hart. Dribbles a little over to the left side. This is a Lepra. 3-ball off the rim, no good. Fight for the basketball. Falls into the hands of Levi Hoagland for the Blue Jays. Here comes Porta on the offensive attack with some of the younger kids getting some time here on the floor today. This is McClure. Takes a couple of dribbles. No good. Gives it to Hoagland. Whips it around now to the right side. That's Jet Carrick. Kind of wish my name was Jet, Charlie. It's a great name to have. 2 T's.
Call you whatever you like.
All right. Basketball on the right side. That's right. Get it around the right side here. Picked up the basketball. This is Ames with it now. He sets a pick for Carrick. Carrick now driving left side. Stops, thinks about it. Nothing there. They get it back up now. Porta being patient even with the second stringers in. This is now Kenny with the basketball. Takes a couple of dribbles. Porta trying to find something. They get the basketball inside to Hoagland. He kicks it back out. 3-ball on the way from Carrick. No good, and it's going to get rebounded by Ryan Hart. Carlinville on the attack now trying to push a little bit here in the running clock scenario. 3-ball not on the way from Lepra. Thought about it, didn't take it. Hart with the basketball. Drives in. Little layup from Hart is good. Ryan Hart knocks it down for 2. Give him 10 points on the day. First player in double figures for Carlinville today, and it's 59-30. One of the nice things here with the video board at the Winchester Invitational Tournament, Charlie, I'm sure you guys have mentioned it, they get all these player profiles shot really quick and get them up on the board when they make some baskets. A really fun addition for all 16 teams here at the tournament. Porta basketball now as they're working around. This is Kinney. Drives baseline. Shot up from Kinney's good. Nice little stop and pop from Brady Kinney. Give him 2 points on the day. 61-30 basketball game. We'll see this Liberty squad coming up, Charlie, that is coached by Greg Altmix, taking on Joey Pembroke's Greenfield Tigers. There's going to be a foul there as Rouse is able to draw his way to the free throw line.
This foul going to be called against Griffin Ames, his first, team 5th. And at the charity stripe is Jack Rouse. You talk about a guy who is one of the best when it comes to the coaching things, and that's Greg Altmix. Even though his squad's not having, a lot of success on the win side this year, you've seen what he's been able to do over the years at multiple stops, and just a fun guy to watch as he continues to pour into those kids.
Sawyer Smith checks in for Carlinville here during the timeout break. That's a 6'2" freshman forward. Second shot up and good for Rouse, his first point of the basketball game. 61-31. And this is a team that, we've seen them really struggle, of course, offensively, Charlie, as the Liberty Eagles have tried to figure things out. But, Greg Altmix will have a game plan, and we've seen this Greenfield team be a little up and down. This might be a little bit of a fun basketball game we hope to see coming up here on the next broadcast. Porta basketball as they throw one up, 3-ball up and good for Griffin McClure. Knock it down for 3, young man. He's got 3 points on the afternoon, 64-31 game.
10 of 20 from 3 for Porta.
That never hurts anything. Duckles drove into traffic. He lost the basketball. Long pass here for Porta. It's going to be up and easy 2 for Jet Carrick. He gets hit in the scorebook today, and it's 66-31. Timeout here, just a quick substitution timeout called, as it's going to be Shotzik checking back in for Porta. Checking in for Carlinville is going to be Cole Sullivan. That's a 5'8" junior guard wearing number 12, and one more young man checked in, I think. 5 is back in. Thank you. That is Noah Convery. 4:28 left to go here in the basketball game. Running clock in the fourth quarter here with a 30-point plus deficit as a 3-ball is up on the way from Thompson. Tristan Thompson knocks one down. Give him 9 points on the afternoon. 66-34.
There's a lot of young pieces for this Carlinville team. I really think with some work, this could be a team that could be reckoned with in a couple of years.
Well, Charlie, and one of the biggest things is they just ran into some big size mismatches here against this Porta basketball team. From what appears what they want to do is really try to penetrate inside. The three ball is up and good. Knock it down for Cole Sullivan. Give him 3 points in the afternoon, 66-37. They want to get the basketball inside. They want to drive baseline, but today that size and that beef from Porta is just a little bit too much to ask for. As Convery gets the rebound on the missed three-point, here come the Cavaliers again. Duckles with the basketball, works it back over to the right wing. That's Sawyer Smith. Quick whip around. Now they get it back to Duckles. He gets the basketball blocked. Levi Hoagland gets his hand on it. Here come the Blue Jays. 3:25 left to go. Blue Jays basketball. Another three ball up on the way. Three more. Knock it down for Jet Carrick. On the other side of my score sheet, give him 5 points in the afternoon, 69-37. Carlinville works the basketball in. We'll tell you all about everything you need to know at the end of this one on the Illini Community Hospital postgame show. Basketball worked around to the left corner. This is Tristan Thompson. Thompson now throws it back over. Duckles with it. Takes a couple of dribbles, nothing there. Three-pointer up from Sawyer Smith. Threes are starting to fall now here for Carlinville. Charlie, these young kids are starting to shoot with a little bit of confidence.
They're 9 of 22 from three. That's really not too bad.
Not awful. Three ball up off the rim for Hoagland. Fight for the rebound, brought down by Sawyer Smith, and here comes Carlinville. This is Duckles with it. Kicks it over now to Thompson. Porta's second string here in the zone as they get it to the free throw line to Convery. Now back to Sullivan. He kicks it cross-court. Pass tipped up, though, by Shotzik, and it'll go out of bounds. Bryson Shotzik. For Porta, it'll be Carlinville ball. Their side of the court, opposite side from us here at the Winchester Gymnasium. Watching everything here on Central Illinois Sports, the 100th Winchester Invitational Tournament. Jack's been here for most of them, Charlie.
All but about two, I think.
All but about two. Thank you. I was trying to toss up the softball and let's let you take a swing. Basketball over. Here comes another three ball up off, no good for Carrick as he tried to get another one. Rebounded, picked up by Hoagland. He'll go to the free throw line as he gets fouled.
This foul whistled against Sawyer Smith. That's his first, team fourth. And to the free throw line is Hoagland for the first time on the day.
Trying to get his first points of the day. 1:30 left to go here on the running clock.
And most of that clock will tick down here on the free throws. First one by Hoagland is good.
Give him one on the day. He'll look to get two.
7 of 10 from the free throw line are the Blue Jays, and Levi Hoagland's second is also good.
Knocks down the second. He's got two. 2 of 2 as we're down to 1:10 left here to go. 71-40. Here comes a steal from Shotzik. He's going to try and take the steal. Larceny in the layup, as Charlie would say, but it's no good. Second shot, no good, and the third one's going to get picked up by Hoagland again, and he'll go back to the free throw line.
So I kind of like these free throws. I was pretty good at it a moment ago. This foul is called against Tate Duckles. 15th foul, and Hoagland to the free throw line with 48 seconds and counting in this contest.
Porta's going to move on, Charlie. They'll play the 8:30 game coming up on Tuesday night. That's a nice time slot to be in on that winning side of the bracket as the third one goes down. Third point of the day for Levi Hoagland.
Hoagland's just a freshman.
Second one off, no good. Carlinville will move back to the Wednesday night 5:30 consolation quarterfinal. They take on the loser of the Greenfield Liberty game coming up next. 20 seconds left to go here in the opener round game for both of these teams here at the Winchester Invitational Tournament. Carlinville working it around. Duckles drives into triple traffic, kicks it back out, top of the key. That's Cole Sullivan, no good. Fight for the rebound on the ball. 5 seconds left to go. Will Porta dribble it out? No, young man's going to take one from half court, and it's no good for Griffin McClure. Your final, the Porta Blue Jays 72, the Carlinville Cavaliers 40. We're going to break things down, give you final stats and more on the Illini Community Hospital postgame show coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Illini Community Hospital is committed to providing high-quality specialty care close to home. We are pleased to welcome Dr. William Severino, urologist, and Dr. Mark Mount, ear, nose, and throat physician, to the consulting physician clinic team at the Castile Center.
Specialty care is also provided for orthopedics, cardiology, podiatry, obstetrics, oncology, and more. Learn more by visiting IlliniHospital.org or call 217-285-2113, extension 3950 to schedule an appointment.
Camp Point Central Sports are proud to have Dear Wester Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Dear Wester Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Dear Wester Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Wester Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at dearwestergrain.com. The Bank of Bluffs and the Meridosha Community Bank, with 2 locations to serve you in Bluffs and Meridosha. My wife and I have a long history with the Bank of Bluffs and its friendly staff. When we have needed a friend in the banking world, the Bank of Bluffs has always been in the right place for us. The Bank of Bluffs, the small town bank with a big heart for customers. Plus, you are dealing with your friends and neighbors every day. Why be a number when the Bank of Bluffs will treat you with respect and as a friend? The Bank of Bluffs and the Meridosha Community Bank, member FDIC. When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Back on the Illini Community Hospital postgame show, a 72-40 win for PORTA-A over Carlinville in this opening round game of the 100th Winchester Invitational Tournament. Illini Community Hospital, our postgame sponsor. They've been serving the community since 1942. Learn more about the services they provide at IlliniHospital.org. In this contest, Carlinville shot 13 of 45 for 28.5%. They were 9 of 24 from the free throw line for 28.9% and 5 of 8 from the free throw line. For the squad from PORTA-A, they were 26 of 51 from the floor, 55.7%, 11 of 26 from 3. That is good for 42.2% and 9 of 13 from the free throw line. Brian's got to look at some final scoring statistics for you in this one.
Break things down for the Porta Blue Jays, who finished with 72 points on the night. Griffin McClure finishes up with 3 on the evening. 6 points for Keegan Dale on 2 first-half three-pointers. Caden Christensen finished with 5 points tonight, 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. Jet Carrick knocked down 5 points on the night. 3 points for Levi Hoagland, 2 points for Brady Kinney. Gavin Arthelone, the big man on the scoring totals tonight, 28 points for Gavin Arthelone. Ethan Mahoney and Cole Roberts each with 10. Bryson Shotzik played but did not score, along with Drew Marr, Colin Owens, Tobin Taraski, and Griffin Ames for the Porta Blue Jays, who improved to 12-3 and move on to the championship quarterfinals Tuesday at 8:30. For the Carlinville Cavaliers, 40 points in the basketball game tonight. Matt Dunn finishes with 1 point, 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. Ryan Hart finished with 10. Jack Rouse with 1 point. Tate Duckles with 2. Tristan Thompson with 9. Cole Sullivan with 3. Dama Lepra with 9. Sawyer Smith with 3 points. And Trenton Clevenger with 2 points. Colton Costello played but did not score, along with Noah Convery. For the Carlinville Cavaliers, who fall to 3-11, they'll move to the consolation quarterfinals Wednesday night at 5:30. They'll take on the loser of the next contest, Charlie. It's Greenfield and Liberty coming up next.
That it is. Let's name our player of the game in this one. It's presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisor Derek Harris. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, parents, and mentors. Derek Harris, or Edward Jones Financial Advisor, understands this. That's why he's a proud sponsor of the player of the game on Central Illinois Sports. And how about another impressive performance from Gavin Arthelone today? 28 points, pouring him in a number of ways. But, man, especially that perimeter shot, he's really perfected that thing.
Tell you what, it was a pretty performance today from Arthelone and really the entire Porta squad. Like we've said earlier in the broadcast, if it's a 2-seed, this is what you want to see a 2-seed come out and do, a dominating performance and a really imposing will, especially on the defensive side, to really get a commanding win today.
Final on this one, a 72-40 win for PORTA-A. We pause our coverage for just a few moments on the 100th Winchester Invitational Tournament. When we come back, we'll get set up as Greenfield Northwestern and Liberty go head-to-head. You'll find that game live in just a few moments on our YouTube channel on Central Illinois Sports.